I was there, it was one white guy had killed the black Muslim. The black, after we come out, now the black guy kills a white guy. It was only two, but then they found bodies in B block, the block that I lived in, on the first, second, and third floor. There was 3 more added to it.
Yeah, because I know there was 4, and they killed him brutally. I mean, it was like fucking like, you know, stabbed him. One of the guys I happened to be on this kind of the same fucked up circuit. I got in trouble.
I went through 2 riots.
2 riots. I went through 1 riot. Well, it depends on what you call a riot. You know,
I'll tell you what a riot
I've seen
is.
20 on 20. I don't even call it a riot.
I've seen one of that with the
Mexican Mafia. You know, the Emmy.
It wasn't the Emmys, though. It was the Texas.
Texas. You had the AB.
Not the
TAB.
It was all Mexicans. The
Border Brothers.
Border Brothers and the Texas
Syndicate.
Texas Syndicate, that's who it was.
I love how you guys are like completing each other's shit.
Larry, it was so many people they stabbed. They caught them off guard. They hit all of them at one time, and they butchered them. And they ran out of gurneys, and they, you know, the curry people. So they was dragging them. The cops was out of breath, and everything was locked down. The concussion grenades going on.
Yeah. They did that me in the hole.
But the worst riot that I had seen was in Leavenworth Penitentiary, in 1991. It was July the 5th. July the 4th, we had a arm wrestling contest. And it almost came down to a big riot there between the whites and the blacks. It was not, and I had eaten acid that night, watching the arm wrestling contest.
He's eating acid.
So, I'm out on the yard. We're getting ready. It's almost time to go in, and about 4. Back then we had weights in 1991.
Yeah, and then he took them all out.
So about 4 to 5 guys come by carrying arm curl bars and knives.
Oh, yeah.
So they run by, and the cop's trying to shut the gate because he sees them, but he can't. So they kick open the gate and they beat him down, and they run towards the main corridor in Leavenworth. Well, as they was going that way, inmates came this way. They had just killed the guy in the main corridor.
It was a murder fucking day.
So they take off running, and they chase these guys into the theater. Now, the theater in Leavenworth is huge. It's
like Atlanta had one.
It's real big stage. And they shut, the cops are able, the ones that they chase in, they lock the gate and they can't get them, so the guys came back out. They take over the yard that I'm on.
They got the yard now.
They got the yard. Everything's locked down. We sat there until about 2 o'clock that night. But when you're out on the yard and riots happen, some fights and shit starts breaking out on the yard, and everybody's got knives that's hidden.
Oh, yeah.
They dig them up. Now they're breaking into Unicor, and they're setting fire on the print shop. Now, the print shop, they don't know, it's got super duper water.
Oh, that shit, yeah.
For the print.
Yeah.
But they can't understand why these fires keep going out. Now they break out into the back of the warehouses where all the kitchen supplies are coming in, the docks. They somehow get in there and start stealing, bringing all the shit out to the yard. There's 2 cops that got left on the yard when this happened. So they ran underneath the towers and put big spotlights on them and had guns out there and saying, hey, anybody comes within this lighted area, we'll shoot you. Nobody goes over there. Yeah. The cops are standing in that lighted area. At about 1 o'clock in the morning, I'm up on the bleachers, and
you're still out. Everybody's out.
They had a little putt-putt golf cart back there. We got the putt-putt,
the putters. They're fucking putters. A, right.
You know, so
any weapon you can get. Come on, you know that.
So now, about 1 o'clock in the morning, we see the tower, and they draw in a rope, and they tie the first cop, first hack.
They do the keys,
and they're trying to bring him up. Just wait with the keys, but he gets about this is a 40-foot wall, about 20 feet up. He starts swinging, and they can't get him. They have to let him down. So another hour or 2 goes by, and we hear this gigantic noise. And it's the biggest crane I've ever seen in my life. The National Guard then brought over this big crane with officers on it It comes over the 40-foot wall. The 40-foot wall's got to be 15, 20 feet thick.
Well, it 4
comes
feet
over,
thick, I think, something like that.
And it comes over, and no, it's big towers built on top.
Oh,
of
the
wall.
towers, of course.
This wall is thick. This crane lowers an officer down, picks up the 2 officers, and lets them back up, and takes off.
So they crane him out of there.
Within about 15 minutes, we hear stomping of the feet. We look, and here comes like an army of all National Guard cops or something, all in riot gear with weapons. They surround us, and they get on the bullhorn. We're coming in. And if anybody don't want to take part of this, lie down now with your hands on top of your head, belly to the floor, on the ground.
Yeah.
Look, everybody. They all got their guns.
Oh, they fucking yeah.
Everybody laid down. So they came with zip ties.